In South America, it's possible to be many things: lost, late, linguistically challenged, but gravel shy isn't one of them. In this episode, my push north begins with a border hop back to Chile, followed by a crack of dawn ferry across the Strait of Magellan, before an icy sprint across one of Chile's rare horizontal bits to Puerto Natales. After the recent meteorological dithering, a reliable sunny day feels like the region's idea of an apology. The novelty of the end of the world swiftly wears off, as does the patchy Wi-Fi of this supposedly 4-star hotel. After 2 days off, I'm ready for the New Year's chapter, and over 80 days into the trip, the morning packing routine has devolved into muscle memory, like making toast, but with panniers. At Ushuaia's edge, the police checkpoint is unusually attentive. Quite what they expect to find among people leaving town is unclear, but as usual in South America, a motorcycle appears to qualify as a rolling diplomatic immunity badge. From Ushuaia, it's all backtracked today, as there's only one road in this corner of Argentina. Fortunately, Ruta 3 is worth a second helping, especially the southern bit, which has proved to be a thoroughly agreeable ride. And today will be a short one. I'd initially planned to return to the friendly Hosteria La Frontera across the Chilean border, but heard whispers of a place in Rio Grande called Motorcycle Fin del Mundo. A name like that deserves investigation. Not far from Ushuaia, the Andes Fueguinos reappear, the final flick of the world's longest mountain range. Their name comes from the nearby Fueguino volcanic field, though the suggestion of a fiery connection may be slightly overwrought, as the lava hasn't showed up around here for at least 12 million years. Still, with the sun out, the mountains look capable of anything. The Fueguino curves eventually crest at Paso Garibaldi for a second vistural encore, before the land collapses back into Tierra del Fuego's northern flatlands. Descending the other side, the sunshine has summoned up a parade of motorcyclists, and with weather like this, and Ruta 3 in full form, who can blame them? the road is a common feature in South America near towns, but encountering them in the middle of nowhere suggests that something's almost certainly afoot. Just how you manage to introduce an element of epic fail into these straight open roads remains one of the world's minor mysteries, though the excessive speed and pervasive dodgy overtaking down here go some way to explaining it. I've seen the results of a fair bit of motoring machismo on this trip, though not always on camera, and many a small town police yard, particularly in Argentina, resembles a museum of ill-considered overtaking. But thankfully today's incident doesn't look too grim. Saying goodbye to the mountains and trees, Tierra del Fuego returns to its default setting, flat. A perfect time then to settle into the engine hum and ponder both the wisdom and ultimate prospects of my New Year's resolutions. Fortunately, it's only an hour or so before I cross the Rio Grande into the town of the same name and pull into motorcycle Fin del Mundo. I'm not sure what I expected, but I'm committed now, both morally and geographically, and it does look interesting at first glance. Motorcycle Fin del Mundo consistently earns good reviews, and in the bright morning sunshine you can see why. Proprietors Miguel and Dito have created a kind of biker-friendly haven on the route to Ushuaia, an essential stopping off point for virtually any two-wheeled traveller, so I'm glad I dropped in. On the road, another police checkpoint drifts by with the usual nod and go routine. From here, it's 45 minutes to Paso San Sebastian and the halt back into Chile. On the Argentinian side, mild confusion's always included in the ticket price. Eventually I realise the new building further on is the one processing northbound travellers.
A few moments later.
As it's early, the Argentine exit is quick, but I choose the wrong lane of course. The car ahead is simply parked, so a little gentle reverse gear diplomacy is required. But all borders are designed to disorientate. Best practice, follow the crowd, look baffled, and wait for someone in uniform to point you in the right direction.
Vale.
¿Hizo el trámite? Si quieres cruzamos por acá.
Gracias.
In hindsight, exits rarely involve much scrutiny, so naturally I'm waved through. Ahead lies 11 k's of road whose quality fluctuates like the local weather forecasts. Chilean station, it's good to see the parking situation remains a triumph of theory over practice. With almost limitless space available, they've chosen to use none of it. Happily, on a bike, you're usually allowed to treat queues as theoretical concepts. Somehow, this side of the border is busier than the one we've all just come through, though by world border crossing standards, it's still brisk. No checks today, and the official looks surprised when I attempt to hand over my final slip of paperwork, apparently treated as optional by everyone else. From here, it's a little more backtracking to the junction with the Y71, another hit of gravel which will take me the last 100 k's to Porvenir, and my ferry across the Strait of Magellan. This last stretch of gravel was expected for me, less so it seems for this car driver, and a moment's contemplation yields what looks like a solid yeah nah. A gravel-free route does exist, but at the cost of time, sanity, and 130 extra k's for your trouble. A Desvio sign ahead raises the spectre of Bolivia's experimental road building efforts from earlier in the trip, but this deviation is mercifully modest and engineered by someone who doesn't seem to have any major beef with people's suspension. At Chile's current pace of road construction, I imagine all this will be sealed soon enough. Until then, it's a moody but enjoyable ride. There isn't a whole lot to see on this route, so reaching the coast is a welcome change of scenery. The sun, however, has chosen to abstain. 12 k's out from Porvenir, pavement returns as a teaser for a fully sealed future, and after an hour of natural massage therapy courtesy of gravel corrugations, it's a welcome surprise. At first glance, Porvenir turns out to be rather charming. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but either way I'll be staying the night ahead of tomorrow's antisocially early ferry across to Punta Arenas. Breaks, or at least tries to, through unyielding gloom. Fortunately, Yendigaya House serves actual coffee, a rarity I no longer take for granted, so properly caffeinated, I'm ready for the short ride to the ferry. It might be early, but the town dogs are already on patrol. For reasons unfathomable, my bike seems deeply offensive to South American canines, an experience I've encountered nowhere else on Earth. miles close, which is fortunate because my caffeine levels could already do with a little reinforcement. The ferry's 90-minute crossing time will hopefully help.
Poco Espanol.
Poco español, poco inglés.
Australiano.
How are you today?
Good,
All
thank
good,
you.
all is fine. This is the digital man.
He's the digital man.
Right.
Okay, gracias.
All checked in, I'm ready to board what will probably be the final ferry of the trip. From here on, I'll be hugging the Andes' eastern flank, about as far from the coast as possible without leaving the continent. Glide away from Porvenir's morning murk, it's a good chance to relax before the final stretch to Puerto Natales. After a calm crossing, we land in Punta Arenas, the region's commercial hub and only city. I'm sure it has its charms, but with 240 frosty Ks ahead, and this being the coldest morning of the trip, the only admiration will be in the rearview mirror. With Punta Arenas behind me, I'm not expecting much in the way of scenery for this bit of the ride. This side of Chile's Magallanes region seems determined to match Tierra del Fuego in a contest for the flattest place on Earth. Without warning, wildflowers start to appear, hinting the tundra might be running out of ideas, and even the air temperature seems to be improving in solidarity. mountains finally assemble on the horizon, proof that Puerto Natales isn't far. The town is the jumping off point for the Torres del Paine National Park, so townsfolk and tourists abound. For today, that's entirely fine. As my thoughts focus on a warm hotel, I spot a flash of roadside red, likely a Gauchito Hill shrine, unexpected on this side of the border. And if that means nothing to you, episode 2 awaits to fill in the gaps. With the sheer volume of visitors heading to what is arguably Chile's most famous national park, Puerto Natales has grown into a sturdy support act, and I'll be joining the crowd myself for a few days as I plan my own visit to Torres del Paine. Mountains, glaciers, waterfalls, rocks, flowers, bridges, gnarly roads, and more border crossings.